Every legend in Apex Legends carries a story most players never notice, and these backstories reveal a calmer, more human side to the game. Take Wraith, for example. Many know her as a fast, mysterious fighter, but few realize she was once a scientist. Her abilities, the jumps through dimensions, the rift walks, stem from experiments that went wrong, trapping her between realities. This quiet, almost melancholic origin hints at her vulnerability and resilience. Then, there's Gibraltar, the gentle giant of the Apex arena. On the battlefield, he's a shielded protector, but off it, he's devoted to family and community. His laugh, his small gestures, and even his voice lines often carry warmth and reassurance, showing that heroism doesn't have to be loud or violent. Even Lifeline, known for her combat med kit, was motivated by compassion long before joining the Apex games. Character depth, making them feel less like avatars and more like personalities you can quietly observe and appreciate. The sound design in Apex Legends is surprisingly immersive, and some elements were crafted with subtlety in mind. Beyond gunfire and action, there's a delicate layer of ambience that most players never consciously notice. In King's Canyon, the faint hum of distant machinery or the whisper of wind across rocks creates an atmosphere that's strangely calming when isolated from combat. Stormpoint is full of soft, rustling leaves and ocean waves that quietly reinforce the feeling of a real, breathing world. Even the distant chirping of wildlife or the echoes of empty hallways can slow your heartbeat if you listen carefully. These sounds weren't necessarily designed for relaxation, but when experienced intentionally, they almost act like white noise, inviting focus, mindfulness, and a gentle mental drift towards sleep. Paying attention to these cues allows you to experience the game in a new, soothing way. Apex Legends maps are more than battlegrounds. They're landscapes filled with stories tiny details like hidden murals on walls, weathered posters, or abandoned buildings often go unnoticed in fast-paced gameplay. Take the hidden areas in Olympus, for example. Silent balconies, small gardens, and quiet rooms tell small tales of past events, or Apex lore, untouched by players during combat. Even the placement of props, like crates stacked in seemingly random patterns, or distant lights flickering in the night, creates a sense of life and realism. Observing these slowly, without the rush, can be meditative. It turns what was once a chaotic battlefield into a peaceful environment, full of secrets and gentle curiosities. By focusing on these legends, sounds, and map details, the Apex universe transforms. Instead of tension and stress, it becomes a rich world full of calm, subtle narratives and tiny sensory pleasures. Spending time noticing these elements allows you to appreciate the artistry behind it and relaxing your mind. A perfect escape for winding down or drifting towards sleep. Apex Legends is filled with voice lines that many players completely miss. These aren't the loud battle shouts. They're quiet, subtle, and full of personality. Pathfinder sometimes hums softly in the area, almost like the sky, the wind on her face, or the quiet gentle hum of machinery. Even Octane, often hyper and fast-paced, has moments where he mutters about the scenery. Listening carefully to these lines without distractions can feel like the wild world. An unexpected companion guiding you through Apex Legends in a calm, meditative way. Maps in Apex Legends are more than battlegrounds. They're full of subtle details that reward careful observation. On Stormpoint, the motion of waves, drifting leaves, and distant birds creates patterns that are almost hypnotic when you pause to watch. In King's Canyon, abandoned buildings, broken observatories, and tiny mirrors tell silent stories of life before the Apex games. Even small props, like a tilted signpost, a half-buried crate, or a forgotten weapon, add layers of realism, allowing your imagination to wander. Observing these slow, deliberate details helps your mind slide across a rooftop can be strangely soothing. These animations are careful. Even fast movements can feel fluid when observed in stress. Listening to footsteps on different surfaces creates a subtle rhythm that can draw your attention and calm your mind. Even observing teammates or bots moving in the distance can feel like watching a miniature, controlled dance, turning what is usually chaotic into an unexpectedly relaxing visual and auditory experience. The skies of Apex Legends
Enemy taken down.
Natural rhythm. On Olympus, sunrise and sunset slowly transform storm clouds across the horizon, creating patterns that feel almost choreographed. Even the occasional glimpse of a distant ship or a floating balloon in the sky adds a sense of scale and calm curiosity. Focusing on these elements draws your mind away from stress, letting you appreciate the world's quiet beauty and the subtle passage of time. Beyond voice lines and maps, Apex Legends is full of tiny Easter eggs that create a sense of depth. Hidden posters, graffiti, and abandoned objects hint at the lives and stories of people who once lived in these worlds. Finding a tiny tribute to a forgotten character, or a small reference to another legend's past, can spark curiosity while keeping your mind gently engaged, like piecing together a puzzle. Each discovery is a small, perfect for relaxing exploration without any urgency. By paying attention to these subtle details, hidden voice lines, environmental oddities, gentle combat movements, calming skies, and tiny Easter eggs, you transform Apex Legends into a peaceful, layered world. Every game encourages focus, curiosity, and relaxation, making the game not just a battle, but an escape from reality. That most players never notice. These actions, when observed slowly, reveal a quieter side of the Legends' personalities. Pathfinder, the cheerful robot scout, occasionally spins his place or taps his sensors quietly, almost as if exploring the world at his own pace. His idle movements create a rhythmic, almost meditative quality, inviting viewers to slow down and observe. Lifeline, the combat medic, shows moments of care even when no one is around. She adjusts her medkit meticulously, checks supplies, or hums softly, giving the impression of someone quietly maintaining order in a chaotic world. This gentle attention to detail contrasts with the high-speed action of matches and provides small, satisfying moments of calm. Watson interacts softly with the environment, checking fences, wires, or traps with deliberate precision. Her idle comments occasionally reference electrical currents or weather patterns, providing subtle insights into her technical mind. Even Mirage, known for illusions and fast-paced antics, has moments creating opportunities for viewers to notice life beyond combat. Loot in Apex Legends is not just functional, it's a source of small, calming interactions when observed carefully. Weapons, items, and equipment land with realistic physics, bouncing, rolling, or sliding naturally across surfaces. Ammo crates and health packs animate with subtle movements, creating micro moments of visual interest. Even banners and respawn beacons have tiny shifts or glimmers that are easy to overlook during high-stakes matches. Watching loot interact with the environment without the pressure of combat transforms the world into a slow, tactile experience. The placement of loot also tells quiet stories. A lone medkit on a bench, a weapon discarded near a doorway, or a stack of supplies in an abandoned area suggests small narratives. Previous players who passed by, battles long forgotten, or legends taking a moment to rest. Observing these small details encourages gentle curiosity and a relaxed. Lighting in Apex Legends is more than just visual flair. It's an essential part of the atmosphere. On Olympus, a warm glow of sunset across buildings, slowly shifting as the in-game day progresses. These gradients create soft visual rhythms, allowing the eye to wander comfortably across the map. On Stormpoint, overcast skies cast muted tones that reduce visual intensity. Fog and mist in certain areas
Tossing up
add
some amp cover.
encouraging slower observation. In Kings Canyon, sunlight filtering through cliffs or bouncing off metallic surfaces creates subtle contrasts that guide visual experience, helping the viewer relax. A
Reloading.
reflection of a nearby banner, or the movement of a silhouette in a quiet corner adds visual interest without overwhelming observation. Maps feature subtle wildlife and
Tossing up some
environmental
amped
movement
cover.
that enrich the world's calm. Birds can be seen flying in the distance, gliding over cliffs, or landing quietly on rooftops. Small creatures scurry along the terrain, hide among rocks, or peek out from abandoned structures. Even aquatic life, like fish leaping from water in Stormpoint, adds natural rhythm to the environment. Trees, leaves, and grass move in response to gentle motions that can be mesmerizing when observed slowly. Water ripples, small
Tossing up some amp cover.
ocean waves on distant shores contribute a
Backing up my
constant,
cover.
soft, sensory layer. These elements may go unnoticed during
Some plunkers shooting at me.
relaxation. Apex Legends sound design is layered and immersive, blending high-action cues with quiet ambient sounds. Beyond gunfire,
Amp cover for you, mates.
there's a subtle
Charging my
world
shield.
of sound waiting to be discovered. Faint machinery humming, rustling through trees, distant waterfalls,
Two enemy
soft
squads left.
echoes of empty corridors, creating
Let's go
ambient
here, mates.
soundtrack. Each legend's
45
voice
seconds.
lines add
Ring
to
ain't
this
far at
effect.
all.
Pathfinder's idle hunt, Legends' quiet observations, Watson's technical whispered illusions layer together to form an auditory tapestry. Listening without
Enemy OT.
even combat or carefully gliding through open areas produces rhythmic audio cues. Wood, metal, sand offer gentle, predictable patterns that
Charging my
soothe the
shields.
listener's mind. And the world of Apex Legends is sprinkled with tiny details and more details. Hidden posters, abandoned props, and subtle environmental storytelling hint at past events or Legends histories. A single shared
Reloading.
Maps sometimes reference other legends' pasts in the smallest ways. Footprints, discarded
Putting up some. Right.
These
Get my
details
cover out
spark
of here.
curiosity
Charging my
and
shields.
encourage gentle exploration, allowing viewers to engage their minds with stress,
Putting up some amp cover.
discovery of the soft, reinforcing mindfulness and slow-paced
Got a
observation.
bad one over there.
Focusing on slow movement in Apex Legends enhances the relaxing experience.
Putting
Gliding,
up some amp cover.
and careful navigation transform the maps from chaotic battlefields into spaces of discovery. Observing idle animations, environmental gestures creates a rhythm for the mind to follow. Even observing other players or bots in the distance when done slowly can be mesmerizing. Their movements form patterns that are predictable yet dynamic, providing a sense of order and gentle engagement. Combining visual, auditory, and interactive cues transforms the Apex Legends world into a full sensory experience designed and comfort. By paying attention to Legends' quirky behaviors, loot interactions, map lighting and shadows, environmental motion, sound design,
We got
hidden
only one-
lore, and slow movement patterns, Apex Legends
Rings
becomes more
closing in
than a
30.
competitive
It ain't
game.
far.
It transforms into a soothing, immersive universe, ideal for relaxation and encouraging viewers to explore and enjoy the fun side of the game. Over time, these quiet discoveries can provide hours of gentle engagement, perfectly suited to winding down the evening. Apex Legends is a game built on fast-paced action, but many
You are the
areas
Apex
across the maps
champions.
are untouched and serene. Abandoned buildings, empty corridors, and silent rooftops form natural spaces for exploration. Walking slowly through these zones, you notice subtle environmental details. Dust particles suspended in shafts of sunlight, wind gently moving leaves across open windows, and distant echoes of activity long gone. These quiet moments, often overlooked by competitive players, allow the mind to transition from stress and tension to observation and curiosity. Even in combat-heavy maps like Kings Canyon, there are hidden corners where no footsteps fall. An empty training room, a small abandoned store, or a half-collapsed structure can provide minutes of calm. These spaces are perfect for pausing, noticing textures, and mentally resetting. Observing small, forgotten objects, like a discarded helmet or a tipped-over crate, tells silent stories of legends who once passed through. These tiny details allow the imagination to wander and create a sense of presence in a living, breathing world. Movement in Apex Legends is a major source of visual relaxation when viewed deliberately. Legends move with fluidity, even in idle animations. Watching a character slowly rappel down a cliff, glide through the air on a zip line, or crouch while observing their surroundings provides a visual rhythm that draws the viewer's eye and calms the mind. Even mundane actions like picking up loot, interacting with terminals, or opening doors become mesmerizing when examined slowly. Each movement has weight, sound, and impact on the environment. A med kit slides off a crate, a banner sways slightly in the breeze, and a weapon bounces gently on the floor. All subtle cues that add life to the world. By focusing on these actions, viewers engage their attention in a soft, controlled manner, almost like following a carefully choreographed dance. Apex Legends maps are rich with textures that reward slow observation. The rough bark of trees, the glint of sunlight on metal, and the reflective surfaces of water create visual depth and interest. Rock faces on Storm Point, for instance, reveal layered erosion patterns that tell stories of time passing. Cracked concrete and faded paint in Kings Canyon hint at past human activity. The placement of objects further enhances immersion. A tipped chair, a forgotten toolbox, or a half-buried crate suggests previous inhabitants, battles, or quiet moments of pause. Observing these textures slowly engages the brain in mindful visual processing, allowing viewers to appreciate subtle artistry without overstimulation. Even the tiniest details,
This ain't too bad of a
like the
spot.
flutter of a
If we
banner
die,
in the
blame our
wind
mate over
or
there.
light flickering in
I
abandoned
love this
control,
part.
add layers of calm observation. Environmental movement is another soothing aspect of Apex Legends. Trees sway gently, leaves rustle, and small wildlife scurries across the terrain. Birds fly in the distance, landing softly on rooftops or cliff edges. Even distant ocean waves on Storm Point
Lovely
provide a
analogy.
natural rhythm that viewers can follow,
Enhance
creating
the
a sense of
weapon. Not bad
continuity
work for a
and
field kit.
stability. Waterfalls, streams, and rippling
Hold your butts.
pools
Drop
reflect light and motion subtly, creating a hypnotic effect. Observing these movements slowly encourages mindfulness and relaxation, turning the game world into a quiet, immersive meditation space.
Found an extended
These
energy
gentle
mag.
motions provide
Level
a sense
3.
of life and flow, without drawing attention away from the viewer's calm focus.
1 minute. Rings
Apex
close.
Legends
Plenty of time
sound
to jam.
design is complex, layered, and surprisingly relaxing when approached carefully.
Save that for me.
Beyond gunfire and explosive effects, the maps are full of subtle ambient sounds. Wind passing through cliffs, the distant hum of machinery,
Rings closing
water
at
trickling
45.
from
It's
streams,
close.
and
We can go
faint
now.
echoes of
Kill here.
wildlife.
Whatever. I'm pumped.
Voice lines, when listened to without distraction, also add to the tranquil experience. Pathfinder's idle hums, Lifeline's
Rings
quiet
around the corner and we've
observations,
got 30 seconds.
Watson's technical remarks, and Mirage's soft
We've got a
mutters
new kill
all
leader.
layer together to create
I
a
love
gentle
this
auditory
place.
tapestry.
Let's
Even
check out over
sounds of
there,
movement,
mates.
sliding, gliding, rappelling, or footsteps on different surfaces, add predictable patterns that are comforting to the mind. By tuning into these auditory layers, viewers experience a soothing,
Enemy
meditative
over there,
rhythm
just waiting to
that
be stepped on.
encourages
Any
relaxation
takers?
and slow mental engagement. Maps and objects contain numerous tiny Easter eggs and lore references. Graffiti on walls, faces, abandoned objects,
Throwing
and
jump pad.
environmental cues hint at events, legends, histories, and past battles. These details encourage curiosity without urgency. A broken weapon in a quiet corner may suggest a skirmish that occurred long ago. A faint mural may reference a legend's personal story. Even the placement of small objects, like a tipped-over chair, a forgotten supply crate, or a subtle footprint, offers hints about lives and events previously unseen. These tiny stories, when discovered slowly, create a sense of connection and
Care
quiet
package coming in.
engagement,
Fuel
turning
that
exploration
tank, yeah.
into a rewarding, meditative experience. Lighting in Apex Legends plays a crucial role in creating immersive calm. On Olympus, sunsets cast long, warm shadows, slowly altering the landscape as time passes. Soften contrasts, reducing visual intensity.
Let's
Kings
check out over
Canyon
there,
features
mates.
sun, filtering through cliffs and foliage,
I hear ya.
creating natural patterns that guide the viewer's eye gently across the map. Shadows and lighting shifts reveal hidden textures and objects. Glints on metal surfaces, subtle reflections on water, or soft light filtering through windows, all create that soothes the mind. Watching these patterns unfold slowly encourages careful observation,
Got me an upgrade,
patience,
mates.
and gentle
Must have leveled up.
focus.
Ha,
Taken
I'm
together,
upgraded and
these
better than
elements,
ever.
quiet areas, soft movements, textures, environmental motion, soundscape, hidden lore, and dynamic lighting, transform Apex Legends into a soothing, immersive universe. By slowing down and paying attention, players can experience the game in a relaxed, contemplative way. Exploring abandoned areas, observing Legends' idle behaviors, tuning into environmental sounds, and noticing hidden stories creates a gentle, guided experience. Each small discovery provides a mental enhancing mindfulness and encouraging viewers to stay calm, engaged, and relaxed. By embracing this slower, more observational approach, Apex Legends becomes more than a shooter. It becomes a meditative space, full of subtle calm exploration. The game's universe transforms into chaotic battlegrounds,
Charging
a
my
layered,
shield.
immersive world, perfect for relaxation, mindfulness, and ready for sleep or quiet reflection. Calm beacons are usually associated with tension and urgency, but when observed slowly, they reveal subtle cues. Gentle spinning motion, soft glowing lights, and faint mechanical hints provide a calming visual and auditory cue. Watching a legend approach a beacon, carefully interact with it, and the beacon's light pulse rhythmically creates that tell a quiet story of past matches, victories, and battles that every match contains objects and surfaces.
They meet
that
without
react
one. These micro-interactions may go unnoticed during combat, but are ideal for slow observation. They provide a sensory anchor, letting viewers focus on subtle feedback, which can be calming and grounding. Maps like Stormpoint and Olympus feature dynamic weather that changes over time. Clouds drift across the sky, fog rolls through valleys, and sunlight breaks through intermittent showers. These environmental changes create a slow, natural rhythm that the mind can follow. Observing drifting clouds, shimmering sunlight, or the distant movement of aircraft in the sky encourages a sense of scale and calm, letting viewers temporarily leave the hectic pace of battle behind. Each legend has subtle behaviors that often go unnoticed in gameplay, but are perfect for relaxation. Pathfinder might idle, rotating his sensors or humming quietly. Lifeline occasionally examines her gear or mutters about supplies. Watson can be seen gently interacting with fences or devices, and Mirage sometimes practices illusions in empty spaces. Watching these idle actions without distraction gives viewers small, satisfying insights into each character's personality, while promoting a slower, mindful pace. The placement of loot and supplies across maps tells It ain't
silent
great
stories.
unless it's got
An
Rampart
isolated
written on it.
medkit may hint at a survivor passing through. A fallen banner may suggest a forgotten victory.
Introducing your
And a weapon
champion.
left in a quiet corner sparks curiosity
I've fought
about past
nightmares all
events.
my life. Observing
None
these
of them
objects
scare me.
encourages slow exploration, letting viewers engage their minds gently without the pressure of action. Each discovery acts as a tiny reward, reinforcing patience and attention to detail. Apex Legends audio design extends beyond combat
Prepare for
sounds.
battle.
Ambient music in quieter areas, the faint hum of machinery, wind whistling through cliffs, and subtle water movement all combine into a layered auditory experience. Hearing these sounds with Legends' occasional performance creates a soothing, multi-layered soundscape, focusing on the to relax their minds, synchronize with gentle rhythms, and experience the game as a calm, immersive environment. Textures in Apex Legends maps, rough rock surfaces, shimmering metal, flowing water, and swaying foliage, light slow motion, light interaction. These changes creates a visual patterns, contrasts, and subtle details that add depth to the game. Small environmental quirks, like the tilt of a crate or the flicker of a distant light, reinforce immersion while maintaining a pace. Even movement itself is immersive. Watching Legends glide, slide, rappel, or footsteps on various surfaces, metal, sand, produce gentle, predictable sounds. Observing these sequences encourages the viewer to follow slow, flowing patterns, which promotes relaxation and
No kill leader.
attentiveness
Bet
without
they used a rampart for them
overstimulation.
shot.
Apex Legends maps are filled with Easter eggs and subtle references to Legends' pasts. Faded banners, abandoned objects, or cryptic graffiti provide tiny stories that reward slow exploration. Each hidden detail fosters curiosity, allowing the mind to engage gently while remaining relaxed. Discovering these secrets encourages mindful exploration, turning the digital world into a tranquil, layered universe full of gentle surprises. By focusing on the calm aspects of
Enhance the
these
weapon. Not bad for a few.
subtle environmental interactions, dynamic weather, idle
Kill mates, just
legends,
crafting.
loot placement, ambient audio, map
Got the next
textures,
ring's location.
movement rhythms,
Mind your
and
maps.
hidden lore. Apex Legends transforms into a soothing, immersive universe. Each observation, no matter how small, promotes
things here.
mindfulness,
Close
gentle
range.
curiosity, and a slower pace, creating the perfect environment for relaxation
I owe you.
and sleep. Footsteps in Apex Legends are not just cues for combat. They can also create a subtle rhythm when observed slowly. Walking over sand produces a soft crunch, while metal surfaces emit a faint clink. Even stone, wood, or grass each has a unique auditory signature. Observing these gentle sounds without the
Yeah,
pressure of
let's check out over there,
gameplay
mates.
allows viewers to attune their attention to the soft, repetitive rhythms of the environment, which can be surprisingly meditative and calming. Idle animations are often overlooked, but add layers of realism and relaxation. Pathfinder rotates his sensors in a deliberate mechanical motion, while Lifeline adjusts her gloves, checks supplies, or hums quietly to herself. Watson occasionally interacts with fences or small devices in the environment, and Mirage sometimes plays with holographic
Alarms cover.
Watching these subtle behaviors encourages mindful attention and fosters a sense of companionship. Apex Legends or artificial light, reflecting
good. Up and
textures
at 'em.
on metal, stone, or foliage.
Stingers on us.
Olympus glows in the sunset.
Damage.
Canyon uses dappled light and cliff shadows to create visual pathways that guide the eye in a calm, natural way. Observing these lighting changes
First
encourages
blood.
a slower visual experience, perfect for relaxation. Many maps feature subtle weather changes
Right.
that
Now
enhance
this is what I'm
immersion.
talking about.
Clouds drift slowly, fog rolls through valleys, and rainfall creates rhythmic patterns as it hits surfaces. The soft sound of raindrops on rooftops, water pooling in crevices, or distant thunder adds layers of calm auditory texture. Watching these natural cycles unfold slowly allows viewers to connect with the Apex environment at a leisurely pace.
Weapons looking
Wildlife
real
is
pristine
sprinkled
now.
across maps in small, often unnoticed ways. Birds
just
glide
have to-
silently, fish leap through water, and small creatures scurry across terrain. Trees sway with the wind, leaves flutter, and water ripples in response to gentle environmental changes. These subtle movements and sounds provide a soothing, meditative layer that complements the visual and auditory experience, helping viewers feel immersed in
this
a
is what
living,
I'm talking
breathing
about.
world. Not every area of Apex Legends is
Nothing
designed
does
for
me better
combat.
than an LMG.
Many corners, hidden rooftops,
Shotgun bolt here.
and abandoned
Level 3.
buildings are quiet spaces perfect for observation. Dust motes float through shafts of sunlight, doors creak softly, and distant echoes of life, or previous matches, create a sense of space and history. Spending time in these
Just
quiet
pause.
corners
I'm wrong, you can
encourages
kill me.
mental relaxation and slow exploration, allowing viewers to notice tiny details without distraction. The positioning of loot and supplies often tells subtle stories. A lone medkit on a bench, a dropped weapon near a deserted building, or a crate in a shadowed corner hints at prior events, past victims, or abandoned matches. These small observations spark curiosity and engagement while maintaining a gentle, stress-free pace. Each discovery reinforces a sense of reward without urgency, encouraging viewers to explore calmly. The soundscape of Apex Legends is more than combat noise. Wind rustling through cliffs, waterfalls, soft echoes of abandoned buildings, and faint mechanical hums combine into layered ambient audio. Compared
I'm
with
cover for you,
Legend's
mates.
occasional sounds, Pathfinder's hums, Lifeline's quiet hums, Watson's technical observations, these layers create a soothing, multi-dimensional auditory environment. Focusing on these sounds helps viewers relax and synchronize with the rhythm of the game mode. Subtle Easter eggs and references are sprinkled throughout maps, revealing hidden lore about the legends in their past. Faded graffiti, old banners, abandoned tools, and cryptic objects hint at stories without overwhelming the player. Discovering these hidden elements encourages
bad one over
mindful
there.
exploration, gently engaging viewers and maintaining a slow, relaxing pace. Combining all these elements,
Charging my shield.
footsteps, idle animations, lighting, weather, wildlife, creates a meditative experience in Apex Legends.
This way, mates.
By focusing on observation rather than combat, players and viewers can enjoy the depth of the game world while calming their minds. Every small detail adds to a slow that encourages mindfulness, curiosity, and relaxation. Through careful dynamic lighting and weather, ambient sounds, hidden stories,
Take 'em for a
Apex
test run.
Legends is more than a fast-paced shooter.
Chop.
It transforms into a peaceful, layered world, ideal for relaxation, mindfulness, and drifting into sleep. Observing these elements allows viewers to explore and engage with the game at a calm, reflective pace. Apex Legends audio design goes beyond combat. Wind sweeps through cliffs, waves lap on
cover for you,
shores,
mates.
wildlife rustles in the underbrush, and distant machinery
I better
hums
heal up.
softly. These
feeling
layers,
so hot.
combined with subtle
Between no
voice
lines,
lines,
bullets.
Pathfinder's quiet, and Lifeline's comments on surroundings, Watson's technical music, create a multi-dimensional soundscape. Paying attention to these elements helps by combining gentle
Scary.
movement,
They think I'm out of
subtle
hiding.
character animations, lighting and shadow
Better
play,
heal up.
quiet
Yo, mates,
spaces,
got one there.
layered ambient sounds, hidden lore,
Ultimate's ready.
sky
Shield,
observations, loot
Backing up my
storytelling,
cover.
and interactions between legends, Apex Legends transforms into a deeply immersive, calming environment. Each observation encourages slow, mindful engagement and fosters relaxation,
Healing up. Hold on.
making the game not just a shooter, but a meditative experience. As we've explored, Apex Legends is full of subtle details that often go unnoticed in the rush of battle. From quiet corners of maps to idle animations, from soft environmental sounds to hidden lore, the game is alive in ways that are easy. Taking a moment to
cover for you, mates.
elements reveals a side of the world that is calm, offering hours of gentle exploration for anyone willing to look. Imagine drifting through Olympus at sunset. The streets are empty, banners sway lightly in the breeze, and the soft hum of machinery echoes through quiet corridors.
Amped cover for you, mates.
Pathfinder rotates his sensors slowly, Lifeline inspects her supplies with deliberate care, and Watson's hands dance lightly over her fences. Even mirages of wind shimmer gently in solitude. The entire map seems to breathe, and the ordinary actions of the legends create a rhythm. Wander. While exploring these quiet spaces, you might notice small, unusual details, glimpses of beauty, lights flickering in these subtle clues, something just beyond discovered. Discarded weapon, abandoned med kit, or silent respawn beacon tells a story. A battle fought, a legend passing through unseen, a secret event hinted. Observing these elements slowly builds a sense of anticipation, an awareness that the game world is alive, layered, and full of mysteries that you might only explore. As you legends, something begins to change. The familiar feels different, alive. A distant light flickers and trying to communicate. Shadows move with purpose, and the map itself seems to breathe, hinting at mysteries hidden beneath its surface. The legends, Pathfinder, Lifeline, Watson, quiet, each gesture delivered, almost wary, as if they too sense something unseen. A faint flicker catches your eye, vanishes, then returns. The moment feels charged, the air thick with quiet anticipation. Every sound, the hum of machinery, the wind, the rustling leaves, seems to pulse with joy. The once familiar world now feels layered with secrets. Every abandoned structure. It's watching. Something or someone is leaving traces for those patient enough. The boundary between the legends begins to blur, revealing a living environment filled with whispers and it's just when you think you've explored it all. The map itself reminds you that Apex Legends isn't only about battles. It's about the quiet moments in between. It's a world full of secrets, waiting to be noticed by those who listen closely. Look carefully and follow the faintest signs. The calm exploration began